I haven't got a shiny new exhaust for George yet, but there's some really bad weather on its way with some very heavy snow predicted. And I'd like to have a narrow-tired classic car to be able to travel in those conditions, because I'm a member of a local volunteer emergency service, and there is a potential that I may have to travel during the worst of the conditions. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off the exhaust so that I can do all the welding off the car. It's not advisable to do the welding this close to the petrol tank. Now, there's this section which is where the welds broke, joining the exhaust on. You can see the large hole that is left. Now, George jacked and supported, which makes it a bit easier to get in and out. So I need to take off the remainder of that silencer. This is where it went into that back box. And I'm sure this isn't going to be easy. I'm sure it's properly fused in position. I'll tap it all the way around. Essentially it's a smaller pipe with a bigger pipe going over it, so it'll have rusted in between, and by tapping it I'll hopefully cause a fracture in the rust, and I'll be able to slide it off. There are little splits top and bottom to allow for a bit of expansion, and I'll try and drive a wedge in behind it. Work my way around. I think the best thing I can do here is take off this whole section and then work on it out of the car. My faithful old camping gas. Got to remember to cook both sides. This is why I prefer to work with a new exhaust. It's not worth the amount of time you'll put into one of these. Victory. It took a fair bit of bashing to get this off. I'm going to have to tidy it back up so that I can use it again. And one of the things that's important, I need to make sure I get the alignment right so that I have this pointing out of the silencer in the right direction. And luckily there's a nice little notch here, and I can line it up there. So that way I'll get the alignment right. I'll just draw a good scratch on it. If you're wondering why I haven't cleaned this off properly, it's actually -3 degrees outside, and our power washer is not working. We've got no water to the outside tap at the moment. This is obviously only a temporary solution because these bits inside in the silencer are all going to be in poor shape. I'll be able to bash it back into shape a bit when it's back around the pipe that fits into it. So, but still, we'll get a bit closer to that shape now. So I've got this roughly bashed back into shape. I'm going to clean this off now with the wire wheel and the face of this so that I can make a good weld. Just have to line up that little notch now. Which is there. So that's all welded back nice and secure. You can fit it back up on the car. I've cleaned this up. I'm going to put a bit of exhaust paste on it. I'm under quite a bit of pressure to get this done fast because Chewy's outside with no windscreen on him, and this snowstorm is threatening. So just got a one car size garage, so I want to get Chewy back in as quick as I possibly can. Just get this clamp back on. Hopefully it'll kind of pull it back into shape. That reminds me I need to put fuel in. Sounds very empty there. That should keep me going another little while. I told you I needed petrol. Just a little bit of range anxiety on my last journey. I got some funny looks pulling up at the petrol pumps in the Nissan Leaf with the jerry can. Well, the snow came as predicted, and I just want to see how well the old fella starts up this morning. I want to check the water pipes haven't frozen. That antifreeze we put in a couple of months ago is doing its job. It'd be grand if I remember to use the choke. The auto choke on this has a habit of going off by itself, so I'm going to have to wait a couple of minutes to let him warm up before he'll idle by himself.